Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing well. Oh my god, you guys, we are almost at 2,000 little family members of our new family. I'm so excited. Thank you all so much for showing so much freaking love on part 1. So if you are new and this is the first one that you're seeing, girl, what are you doing here? I will put you right to the first one. It will be somewhere in the description or it'll be probably in the top right. Don't worry, I got you, girls. So I got a lot, I'm surprised, a lot of questions. Is it totally okay too? A lot of questions about where to find my gallery ID name and how all that kind of, all that jazz works. Now, for my builds, I will always post my build even before I'm actually posting the full build on YouTube. I always post my stuff on the gallery, on the gallery with my ID on The Sims 4. Now, you can always find my gallery ID name in the description. It will be mostly at the end card of the video on the top, or it will be in the About section in my main page of my YouTube channel. Now you can always check me out there. It's usually always like a little sneak peek, if you will, a little sneak peek of my stuff. So it's kind of like a little early access. So you will always see that there. I also have my Instagram. I use it mostly like for updates, just to show what video is coming out. It's kind of like Twitter, but I want to kind of move to Twitter because I don't know. I've never used Twitter before now. It's very confusing to me. I don't get it. I feel like an old lady. But I don't know really how to use Twitter. I've been getting good at it though. I've been doing good. So if you want to go find me on there, everything, like I said, everything will be in the description in the back or, on the Abouts page. But as you can see here, we are just going to be doing the interior of the school. Now I wanted everything to kind of just be in separate buildings, and I didn't know that this was pretty common in America. I'm not in America. I wasn't born in America. I was born in Canada. So a lot of our schools were always just together. Apparently, I guess it was a design for colder weather, so kids don't have to run back and forth between cold weather. And I guess in the United States it's a little different. I guess you guys have, from what I've heard, I guess it's probably not everywhere, but from where I heard, it's pretty common, I guess, to see a lot of schools that are in different sections. So I guess that was actually kind of really cool. I didn't know anything about that. The only time that we had buildings outside of our school per se were portables, and I'm assuming you guys know what portables are, but for those of you who don't know, if I remember, because if I don't have my head attached to me, I would probably lose it, as my grade 8 teacher would say. That was so mean, by the way. Only I can say that, and my boyfriend, and my mom, and my dad, and my dogs, but that's it, okay? He can't tell me that. So I was kind of a little cheesed by that, even if it was true. It was super uncalled for. But anyway, I will try and stick a picture of a portable somewhere up on the screen. But basically, it's just another area for your classroom. So if there isn't a whole lot of room in the actual school itself, you can kind of go there, and sometimes people will have their actual main classroom in there, or sometimes people just go in there for clubs or for different certain things. So it's just a little small thing, and we had that at our school. And now I think the elementary school that I went to has 6 of them now. It's crazy. But back in my day when I was at school, we only had 3. And I do remember a particular story, and I guess we're having another story time. Oh my lord. Anyway, so I before I used to live not that far away from my school, and I'd always be the first one there because my mom was always early for work. She was like, if you're, 10 minutes before school, you're late. And if you're, a minute after, you're super late. But if you're like a half an hour to an hour before you gotta go, or at least 45 minutes, you're on time, you're good. And that has always stuck with me. Every time I go to like work or, somewhere like at a house, and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll be there at this certain time, or they tell me to be there at a certain time, I'm always there early. And here's a tip. If you go to like a chiropractor or a dentist and say your appointment is at like 5 o'clock, go at like 4:30. You might get in a little early. I'm just saying. So another tip from me if you need it. But we had those portables, okay? And I always came in early. So it was like the dead of winter, okay? And I was still small. I was still tiny. Or actually, yeah, I'm still tiny. Yeah, I'm like 5'5". I don't think I'm changing. And if anything, I'm gonna get smaller as I get older. Great. Anyway, I would go to school and I would just wait outside, and I'd wait outside for my school teacher. And, I just play out on like the snowbanks and stuff like that because, if you were a kid and you had all these snowbanks at your school, you were so freaking excited because it is so big and you're just like, yes, I can climb up. You feel like you're on top of the world, like it's fun to go down. And I thought like, it's great, it's fun. But I didn't realize that it was raining the night before, but it froze over. So rain, cold, ice. And it didn't click in for me. And I think I told this story a while back, but I don't remember if I did it, but I'll just say it for those who are new. I was listening to my Cheetah Girls music, and I was going up on top with my iPod, and I was walking up the hill and no one was there. It was still kind of dark, and I got up on the actual like mountain, and I slipped, and I was like, whoop. And I'm going down, and I went down and I fell, but where I fell, a block of ice hit my spine and the inside on the inside of my spine, and it hurt, and I gasped for air. I was like, oh, I can't breathe. It's like SpongeBob with water. He's like, Sandy, water. Water. But it was awful, and I was like sitting there and I couldn't breathe, and I was like, well, I had a good run, it was a good life. I didn't have anything good in my lunch anyway. It's cool. And I swear to God, I thought I was gonna die. I was such a drama queen. I was such a little drama queen to myself. I instantly, if you heard that, I didn't toot. It was my dad. He's using a water hose, and it's right outside of my door on the outside like of the house. And when he does it, it makes like a weird sound. So if you heard that, that wasn't me. I just want to say it right there. I just want to clear that up. But yeah, I was sitting there and I honestly thought that was it. I was done. I was gonna die. It was so bad, but I was fine. I like got up, I shook it off, and I was still like the only one in the yard. So like, what if I did fall? Like, that's not safe, you guys. And I told my mom, like when I came home, I was like, Mom, I almost died today. And she's like, oh my God, you're fine. What had happened? What happened? And I go, I almost fell. And I told her what happened, and she was like, well, are you bleeding? And I said, no. Do we need to take you to the hospital? No. Then you're fine. And if you've heard my other builds, you have noticed that's what I said before. Like my mom always says, and I think another one too, when I talked about a story of me getting run over by that like little car that everyone gets to have, like when you're younger, like the little Jeep Barbie car or something. Yeah, if you weren't here for that, I got run over by that. Someone, like one of my friends, I'm pretty sure it was Kate who was in the other story there in part 1. I'm pretty sure it was her, but she had like her own like little Jeep, and she thought it'd be really funny to run me over, and It was so bad. And I like came home, I was crying, and my mom did the same thing. Are you bleeding? No. You're crying? Yes. Do we need to take you to the hospital? Do we need amputate? Amputate? Do we need to amputate? And I'm like, no. Then you're fine. And as horrible as it is to say, I'm probably gonna be like that when I'm older too. Because like, you know, we listen to our parents and I'm like, oh my God, I would never, you know, say that. I would never do this. I never do that. But like, I feel like a lot of things that they say, I have a weird feeling I'm gonna be the same. And I really hope I'm not. I hope I'm a cool parent whenever I'm like 80 or 90 years old and I have children, because that ain't for me. Anyway, but yeah, as you can see, I'm making our build right now. We got like the counselor room, and then I have a nurse station beside it. I had a really hard time trying to figure out what I wanted to do for these little spaces. I made the building a little bit too small, but it still worked. And when you guys download this, or if you download this, it's not up on the gallery right now, but I'm sure I will have it probably in a couple days up on the gallery, so make sure to take a little look-see for that. But when you get it, you can totally, like, you know, take out all like the weird lockers that I already have in there and switch them out for the new ones from the game pack. I am so excited, you guys. Everything looks amazing. I want to make a dope gaming room right now. I'm gonna say it. I think I'm gonna make like a video of me just making like a whole bunch of different gaming rooms, and I think that'd be really fun. But I'm so excited. I cannot wait. I am so happy that they finally have another 64 by 64 lot, but I mean, let's be real, if you don't put anything else on that lot, is it really gonna make any sense? Like, I feel like it has to be a school. Wouldn't that make any sense though? Like, it's 64 by 64 lot. It's supposed to be meant for a school because the track is literally right behind it. So I feel like it wouldn't make any sense if there was a track or something. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think that you could probably put something there and it would make sense? Like maybe like, I don't know, like a casino? Like a casino? Casino? I don't know why I can't talk today. But like you could probably put like a casino there, and maybe that would kind of work, like for horses. Speaking of which, you guys, I want horses. I don't know about y'all. I want horses. We had them in Sims 3 and I love them. And I was never, I never had a horse, but I was definitely like, I was obsessed with horses. But I'm mostly obsessed with wolves now. For like the past like decade of my life, I've been obsessed with like wolves, and I don't know why, but it's just been a thing. What is your favorite animal? My favorite is a wolf. My favorite, I'm gonna say marine animal, I guess, like mammal, would be a shark. Classic. And then dolphins, obviously, because they're so freaking adorable. And I think I already did. I don't know if I want to I don't want to sound like a broken record, but we did get a whole bunch of new people on this channel, so maybe I'll just say it really quick. One time I went to this dolphin kind of experience in Mexico with my mom, and I was so excited. We went on like the Oasis of the Seas. It was a beautiful cruise ship, and I was there with my mom and my stepdad and myself. And when we were going to this like beautiful place, it's like a little pool, actually a big pool, sorry, let me rephrase that. It was a big pool, and we were, you hold on to the back of their fin and they just go, right? And I guess something that comes out of the back end of a mammal got kind of, I guess, the infection in my mom's ear, and she had an infection in her ear from dolphins. So it's really bad. I feel awful for like kind of laughing at that. I'm sorry, Mama, I love you. I'm so sorry that it happened. It was just, we were all just like, how did this happen? So it was really bad. But I mean, I would go back. Maybe not her, but I would go back. But I think wolves are my spirit animal. I was also born in the year of the dragon, so I love dragons. I love the dragon warrior, Poe. I think he's adorable. And I just like love dragons in general. Yeah, I'm a Libra, so I feel like I fit the Libra stuff pretty well. I'm not like super known for that. Or not known for that. What am I saying? I'm not like fully into like knowing everything about like horoscopes. But on my Harry Potter test, I was a Slytherin. So don't be alarmed. I'm a good noodle. But you know, just little things here and there. I like walks on the beach and I like my dog. It sounds like I'm on a dating app. I have a boyfriend. But yeah, I just want to get to know you guys. Let me know. I just love talking to you guys, especially since we're getting new people, a part of our little growing family. It's just so great. So we can just like talk, because like that was a main thing when I had my, you know, TikTok. Don't look for it. Just don't look. But like I had 130K on there and it was great, and I would respond to everyone because I just like talking to people and I love learning about people, and I just like learning about what you guys like, what you dislike. Like, we're just gonna be friends, and even if you don't want to, that's totally fine, and you're just here to listen to the stories, or if you're here just to see what I'm building, it doesn't matter. I'm just happy either way that you decided to click on to my video. I know so many YouTubers YouTubers say that and they're like, oh, I'm just, you know, but like really though, it does just make my day. It's really cool switching from TikTok to YouTube and just seeing our little family grow. It's great. So thank you all again so freaking much. And if you like this video, maybe please consider like, commenting and subscribing, and I will see you all later. Bye guys.